So I'm going to bring us to our next key resource and sponsor. So I have a lot of new ideas in my practice. And if Kate is, I don't know if she's watching, my office manager, she's on vacation, but she said this person, what he does was one of the best ideas I've ever come up with. So Rick, tell us what you do on a daily basis to reduce crying inside while dentists are doing their full contact arts and crafts. Dentistry is full contact arts and crafts.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Paul. What we do is we alleviate offices having to deal with the stress and the time and the expense of energy and man hours dealing with insurance companies. We do what's called remote billing and collections. So we send your claims, we deal with all your rejections, collect on all the outstanding claims. My team is on the phone calling those insurance companies. What's going on? Why didn't you pay us? What do we need to do to get you to pay us? And then we do what we need to do to get them to pay us.
Right.
So, dealing with all the insurance company collections, that's what we do. That's one of our.
You guys have been helping us for how long now, Rick? At least 2 years, right? I mean, I feel
like... we're actually just about to hit 2 years next month.
So outsourcing the annoyance of insurance billing, I did this with Kate for 17 years. Now we've outsourced it to an awesome company and sponsor like yours. What has been the impact? Our dentist people, Rick, they ain't easy with change, right? They move forward like my grandmother getting ready for brunch, molasses. But I know there's customers of yours being like, I don't know if I want to pay the percentage. Tell us about the impact later. If you closed up shop, why would they cry inside? What are some of the things that you've done for them?
Well, like I said, the big thing is we're freeing up your in-office team to concentrate on what's actually important. And that's the patients that are standing in front of them, the patients that you guys deal with every single day. I've said 100 times I could never be a doctor. I don't have the patience. And I really don't, because I don't want to deal with those people. I'd rather be on the phone with an insurance rep that I can actually scream at. Yeah. Because you can't do that with a patient. Right. But when your in-office team is on the phone screaming at the insurance rep who now told you a third different thing in the last 3 minutes, you want to scream, but you can't in front of a patient.
Yeah, you want to be like, do you know how words work? You just said words that were the opposite of those words less than 2 minutes ago. We were a dental insurance company. Just a little bit of value here, Rick, for our audience. Just so they feel, why is it so nacho nuts to deal with these insurance companies? I mean, you and your team, have signed up to do this and fight this good fight for us. But what are some of the reasons that this has become more complex, even for guys and even for teams doing it like you?
Well, a big part of it is, honestly, you guys don't have the time to learn the ever-changing rules that they create, the obstacles that they put in place. We now have SB 350 and assignment of benefits restrictions and, the missing tooth clauses. And I'm amazed, I've been teaching about insurance for 15 years, and I'm amazed I still will do a class or I'll do a post and somebody will say, I didn't know there was such a thing as a missing tooth clause. You've been a dentist for 25 years. How do you not know about the missing tooth clause? I never had to deal with it. And the problem is your team doesn't know. It's not their fault.
Right. Well, because
they don't know.
Insurance companies are like playing a game with my 3-year-old. You think you're on home base, but next thing you know, the floor is hot lava, which is a show by John Mulaney. But that's what it feels like. They change these rules. They switch these rules. I really appreciate what you do for the Nachoverse as a key resource sponsor. You also have a great Facebook group. What's the Facebook group that you have for office managers or anyone who wants to join?
It is the Dental Billing, Coding, and Insurance Academy. That's the name of the Facebook group. If you put in dental billing, it'll come up.
Awesome.
And it's, we get a lot of posts, a lot of good questions, good answers, and, happy to help anybody with a question about insurance, outstanding claims, collections, coding, all that fun stuff. That's what we do.
Awesome, Rick. Maybe if there's a one thing, you're a business person, you work with dentists. I know you have dentistry in your family. If you were a dentist looking at the end of this year, anything that you would give a tip, hey, I think this would help you if you focused on this one thing.
Get your systems in order now. Everything. And I mean, I've been in your office, you have the sign, only the important things need a system.
Yeah.
And everything's important.
That's exactly. You know my ways. Everything that matters needs a system, and everything matters. That's me.
Right. Have a system in place because next year is going to be here before you know it.
Right.
And, I started talking about September back in May.
Yeah.
And people are like, why are you talking about it so early? Because it's time. It's stay ahead of the curve. The new year is coming. Expenses are up. Payroll is up. It's hard to find employees. There's a ton of things happening. Have your systems in place now.
I think it's such a key point. I mean, time flies when you're getting annoyed in a dental office. And I joke, but the dentistry and being in the dental office, you've been in our dental office, you've helped with so many things. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Awesome. Right. We did an implant overdenture on somebody. They can chew and eat steak. Not so awesome. The next patient's furious. There's no hygiene appointments. So there's just this roller coaster. If you don't have systems, I have an awesome dental student observing me here today, and he's seeing this behind the scenes world. So I love that. Rick, how can people reach out to you to learn more about what you do with Practice Mechanics?
Well, they can go to our website, which is practicemechanic.com. We actually have a Nachos members only page,
nice, I like
practicemechanic.com/nachos. Or you can email me. It's just Rick at practicemechanic, MECHANIC.com. Or just click on my name on Facebook and send me a message like the other 300 people a day.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Rick. You're like me. You don't mind talking about spicy stuff, having great conversations so we can all learn. Thanks for doing what you do.
You got it. Thank you.
Awesome, Rick. So as we move along for end of summer guac, you remember you can text purple to this number and you will get the patient implant form for free.